Hi everyone, welcome to your class today. My name is Jessie from Within. Such a pleasure to have you here. I'm here with my number one student and husband, Andreas. He's going to be demoing today. There's some things that I can't do, so I'm going to use him as our body. We're going to be doing a class that is all based around posture. So we're going to be working to strengthen the upper back muscles and then open the fronts of the shoulders and the chest. So Andreas is a runner. He's also a very, very, very hard worker. Spends a lot of time at his desk. So this is the perfect body for you today. And that being said, I'm going to have him use blocks. If you don't normally use blocks in your practice, you don't have to use blocks. But if you have them, grab them. Other than that, you just need yourself and your yoga mat. Go ahead and come to Tadasana at the top of your mat. So feet are hip distance apart. Take your shoulders, roll them all the way up and back by your ears. Good. Close your eyes and just take 3 big breaths. And you can just pause in stillness for a moment. See if you can breathe into the back side of your body, really sending some space into the back ribs. Standing up nice and tall, engage your abdomen. Good. One more deep inhale. Big exhale. And with your next breath, go ahead and break your eyes open. You'll reach your arms all the way up overhead. Rotate your pinkies to face forward. Perfect. Keep the shoulders nice and soft. And then as you breathe out, I want you to find some cactus arms. You're going to imagine that you're squeezing a pencil right between your shoulder blades. So really finding these back muscles here. Good. Engage your belly and then inhale, reach your arms up again. Reaching, straightening as much as you can. And then exhale, find those cactus arms, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Good. Take a couple more. Breath in to lengthen. Breath out, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, open wide. One more time, breathe in, reach tall. And this time as you exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. And I'm going to have Andreas use a block. So he's going to catch a block between his hands. If you have a hard time straightening your arms with your hands bound, you can also use a block or a strap. And just take a moment to stand up tall. Squeeze that imaginary pencil between your shoulders. Keep your belly engaged. And then try to rip the block apart if you have one, or just pull your palms apart. You can almost take your hands away from your glutes a little bit, really creating some space in the fronts of the shoulders. Good. Stay here for just a couple more breaths. Keeping that engagement in the lower abdomen. Nice strong legs. Good. Big inhale. And as you exhale, just release the block. If you have one, make your way into a forward fold. Yeah, and then once you arrive in a fold, exactly, you can just sort of bend your knees one at a time, just saying hello to your hamstrings, sending your breath into your back body. Relax your neck. And then with your next inhale, come into a flat back. And I want you to really squeeze your shoulder blades together here. Bring your chin towards your chest a little bit so you get really long, not that much. Yeah, so you get really long through the back of your neck. Remember, it's part of your spine. Squeeze your belly, squeeze those shoulder blades, lean a little bit forward into the front of your feet. Breath in. And then exhale, bow forward again. Find your forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, squeeze your shoulder blades, squeeze your core. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Keep the weight forward. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Good. And this time as you inhale, halfway lift, you can place your hands on the blocks this time. Just step your right leg to the back of your mat. So finding a runner's lunge just for a moment. Stacking your left knee over your ankle. Exactly. Elongate through your whole spine, the crown of your head. Then gently release your right knee down onto your mat. Come into your low lunge, reaching your arms up over your head. Good. That's it. And I want you to hug your feet towards one another here. So pulling this left hip bone back and then softening the front of the right hip forward to open up this right hip flexor. Tap your right shoulder with your right hand and then grab a hold of your elbow with your left hand. So we'll get a nice tricep stretch here. Maybe. Can you grab this? There you go. And then really draw this shoulder blade back and down. Good. You're going to get some space again in this right shoulder, right chest. Take a nice big breath in. Maybe soften into the legs just a little bit more. Good. Inhale, extend your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, just release. Take your hands to the blocks. You can tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee up, and you'll just step forward back to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, get long, squeeze those shoulder blades. And exhale, place your hands on the blocks. Good. Step your left foot back. Good. Same thing, pause in the runner's lunge, stacking your right knee over your right ankle. Good. Get nice and long. And gently release your left knee down to the ground. Good. Reach your arms up overhead. Good. And then same thing, you want to find that little bit of activation in between your thighs as you pull your right heel back towards the back of your mat. And then soften the outer left hip forward. Good. Zip up your belly. See if you can lengthen up through your waist just a little bit more. And go ahead and tap your left shoulder with your left hand. That's it. You'll grab your elbow. And just think about creating space and length right through the whole torso, through your tricep on that left side, your chest on the left side. Feels like a little bit of work in the legs. Good. Give me 2 more breaths. Perfect. And then slowly release, hands to the ground, or the box rather. Lift your back knee, tucking your back toes. Just step back to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, lengthen. And exhale, forward fold. Good. And let's halfway lift one more time. And this time, go ahead and just step back. You can ground your hands, step back into your down dog. And once you get there, you can walk out your legs. Sort of shaking out those hamstrings, relax your neck. Let's take any feel-good movement here. Just be here for a couple breaths. Good. Put a nice big bend in both knees for a moment. Lift your hips up high, that's it. And then really soften your heart back. Good. Press through the hands, take one more inhale. And exhale, go ahead and release your knees to the ground. Good. We'll find our puppy pose. See, Andreas is going to keep his hips stacked over his knees, just like that. And then walk your hands forward. And you can make your way onto your forearms if that feels good. If you want to keep your elbows lifted, it's a little bit deeper of a stretch. It's also going to be more work, though, in the arms. So if you want to kind of soften into it a little bit, you can do what Andreas is doing and just relax the elbows down. Yeah, and we want to just breathe into the heart here, really allowing the chest to settle down and keeping just a little bit of engagement in your lower belly so that your lower back isn't the place that's sort of being collapsed down into. We want to soften more so in the upper back. Good. Take a deep inhale. Deep exhale. One more big breath in. Breath out. Good. Look forward towards the top of your mat. You'll make your way into your Sphinx pose. So you're going to come onto the forearms. You'll bring your hips down. So your lower body is grounded. Elbows are underneath the shoulders. Spread your fingers, ground your palms. Perfect. And I want you to really root down through your fingertips and through the tops of your feet. You'll again squeeze that imaginary pencil. Bring your chin slightly towards your chest, honey. That's it. So the back of the neck lengthens. And then pull your hands towards you as if you're trying to slide your hips forward. This is really great for your upper back. So you're working those back muscles. Stay for one more big breath in. Good. And as you exhale, you can just release your chest down as you slide your hands back to right about underneath your shoulders. So elbows stick straight up. Beautiful. All right. So forehead is down on the ground. Take a moment to squeeze your elbows towards your side body. Squeeze those shoulders again, lifting the tops of the shoulders away from the ground. And then go ahead and pick up your head. Pick up your hands as well. Yes, you got it, babe. Chin to chest. Squeeze those elbows in tight. So we're making our backside work again, just to create the opening in the chest. It's the opposite of what you're doing all day at your desk. So this work is hard. I know that. Take a couple more breaths, but it's so necessary. Keep rooting down through the legs. Good. One more big inhale. And exhale, go ahead and take a break. You can bring your forehead down. You can relax your arms. Okay, and then next I want you to walk your hands all the way back by your hips. So your fingertips are going to come down, exactly. And from here, we'll do something really similar. I want you to start with the shoulders, just by lifting the tips of the shoulders away from the ground. Squeezing those shoulder blades together, you lift the head, chin towards your chest, gaze down slightly. Imagine that someone's hand is on the back of your head and you're pressing into it, right? So the back of your neck muscles are working. Exactly. Now, can you float your palms also off the ground? Turn your palms to face each other. Keep squeezing those back muscles. You got it. Stay long. We're holding here for 3 more breaths. Every inhale, you get longer. Every exhale, try to maintain your height. Yes. 1 more. Deep breath in. Stay for the breath out. And then release. Softly come down. Good. Rest for a moment. Yeah, you can let those shoulders just be heavy, the forehead to be heavy. Just relax the hips, the lower back. All right. We have 1 more. We're going to start the same way. So go ahead and turn your palms down. Last time, lift the shoulder blades. Good. Lift the head, chin to chest. It's such a common habit to look forward. And then from here, keep walking those fingertips back until the hands lift off of the ground again. Turn the palms to face each other. And this time we'll add in the legs. So we have the whole back body working here. Your glutes are engaged. Your back is engaged. Lower back, upper back of the neck, everything. Squeeze your feet towards the center line, in towards each other. That's it. Beautiful. And this is really hard, you guys. I know it, but it's so necessary. Again, stay with me for 3. Deep breath in to get a little longer for 2. Keep the height on the exhale. 1 more. Inflate all the way. Exhale completely. And let go. Beautiful. Nice work. You can sort of sway your hips side to side if that feels good. And we'll come right into a nice chest stretch. So go ahead and take your left arm straight out towards the left in line with your left shoulder. Look to your right and then press into your right palm and roll towards your left hip. Okay. Yeah, and you can place this left foot on the ground behind you if that feels good. I'm going to put Andreas's foot on a block for some extra support. And so now we've worked our back muscles, right? We've opened the chest a little bit. Now we're sort of working again with the chest on the left side and the front of the left shoulder. Just allow yourself to really relax here. Notice if there's any back pain whatsoever, you can twist a little bit less. And this is the kind of class that just has a couple really key exercises that will make a huge difference if you do them, right? So it's quick. If you do this a couple times a week, or if you even start or end your day with it every day, you're going to see results a lot faster than if you're like, once a month, you're like, oh, my posture is bad, I'm going to take that class again. So consistency is really key. And even if you start out with a lot and then gradually work your way down, maybe you start out by taking something like this 5 times a week, and then eventually 4, 3, 2, and then, you might not even need it anymore eventually, because you'll have that awareness of learning to keep those back muscles engaged, the core muscles engaged, and the chest nice and open. Take a full breath in. And full breath out. Slowly unwind, coming back through center. And we'll go ahead and make our way right over to the other side. So your left arm will come out. Make sure right arm is in line with your right shoulder. And then roll over. Here's a block. Do you like the block or do you not like the block?
I love it.
He loves it. I'm going to give you 2 blocks. Okay. Yeah, and just take a moment. Notice this side. Normally there's one side that's a little tighter than the other. Doesn't mean you have to do anything differently unless it really feels like you need to do something differently. You can modify in that case. And just do your best to soften here as much as you can. And just take a few more breaths. I forgot to mention on the other side, if this does bother your neck at all, if you feel like your neck is hanging down, you can stick a block or a pillow underneath your neck as well. Sometimes when you have like super broad shoulders, that can happen and it just doesn't feel that good. So you can just prop yourself up. Take 3 more really deep breaths into the right shoulder, right chest. And slowly unwind, making your way back through to center. And just press your way back into your child's pose. So hips to heels. That's it. Just take a moment again to soften the heart down. Allow the hips to be heavy. Notice how you feel, if there's a difference in the spaciousness or maybe some sensation left over in your back muscles. As always, just thank yourself for just devoting this even brief amount of time to your body today, to yourself. And slowly walk your hands in towards your knees and coming up to a kneeling position. And good job. You're done. If that's uncomfortable. That's uncomfortable. You can untuck your toes. Thank you guys. Have such a wonderful rest of your day. Hopefully this made a difference. Don't forget to do it again. You too. All right. Namaste. Mwah.